Hello, everybody. Hi, Shaggy. How are you? Sorry, it's taken me a little bit to get together because I've just been running late all day. The entire day has been weird. And I'm still trying to finish eating dinner, too. But it needs to sit because it's hot. So, and this damn camera. There we go. All right. So, since it's been a day, I figured we would just do a crafting stream because that would be chill. Hi, Crystal. How are you? It's going all right. Um, it's been a day all the way around, and then I was late getting out of work, and then I came home and realized that I had to cook dinner because I agreed that I would cook dinner tonight. Yep, more magnetics tonight because I just need something simple to unwind. To I haven't even made one to remind myself how to make them, Shaggy, and I don't like doing my first one on stream because I want to actually have an idea of what I'm doing. But I have the stuff for it and I am planning to do it. I just need a chance to sit down. It's been a rough day. And I'm low key freaking out about other news that I got today for something that I agreed to do for my store that I'm already regretting. So, you know. Yeah, I am nervous as shit, Crystal. And I have until Friday until this is done and over with. So I'm going to be a nervous wreck all week. And tomorrow I have a Zoom call to prep for the interview. Um, the local TV station, news station by my store, has reached out to Insomnia Cookies to see if they could do a PR thing. And this just happened today, Shaggy. Um, and so they said, well, is there anyone at the store who would be willing to? And I just went, yeah, sure, I can do that, I suppose. And now I'm just freaking out about it the entire time. Not withholding the information. I think the only place I really, well, no, I mentioned it in Ryan's chat because I was freaking out too. But I put it in Salty Vents, and that's about it in Crystal's chat. And when I put it in Crystal's chat, it had only been like 20 minutes since I had agreed to do it. So, yeah. And I was supposed to start streaming at 8. That didn't happen because I had to make dinner. And I left work late. Like, really late. I know, Crystal. I made some more, here, I'll show you what I'm eating. Some more salsa con queso chicken and rice with rotel and corn and rice and chicken and salsa con queso and lots of seasonings. I can send you the recipe if you want, Crystal. All right. Hey, Star, how are you? I don't know if I did send you the recipe, but I can. Again. I'm doing okay. Freaking out because I agreed to do an interview with the local news station for a PR thing for insomnia cookies for my store. Because, local. And that's not happening until Friday. And I am completely freaking out about it. So, yeah. And other than that, it's been a day. And I'm running late. And, yeah, all kinds of stuff going on. Let's see. What am I doing here? Gonna need white. I am freaking out because as much as I stream, most of the people I talk to on stream are people that I know. It's not like a TV thing that everybody's gonna fucking see it. So I'm freaking out a little bit. So sue me. I have physically met you. It's not that easy. Hi, Voodoo. How are you? I'm thinking we're just going to go simple and we're going to do some pride flags. So, and I figured I would start with the trans flag in because honor of my nephew. We'll just say it's a day, Voodoo. But I'm really glad you're having a good day. Okay, I need to turn these. I know it's kind of an odd angle for the camera, but it didn't want to cooperate when I was setting it up. I know blue on blue is so imaginative here, isn't it? Well, I appreciate all of you guys' faith in me because, let's face it, I am insecure as all hell and have no faith that this is going to go well. No worries, take your time. Gonna have to make this one a little lower. Ah, pink, come on, work for me. No worries, Voodoo. I appreciate the lurk. Shaggy, did I see you say something about having figured out something with the kiddos? Ah, okay. No worries. Ads have started. I do apologize. Oh, that's fun. New plushies or other things that you're looking for? Oh, come on. Plushies, limited event stuff, including nameplates. That's cool. Well, I hope you guys are having fun. I did notice earlier work was oddly busy, so I wasn't able to like poke at anybody, but I saw you guys were in chat most of the day. Community flower events. So lots of flower based plushies. Ah, gotcha. That's how you get some of the event board flowers and nameplates. Seems like there's plushies for everything now. Yeah, they did really push the plushies, but that seems to be what is the big draw for everyone. And I'll be honest, if I do go back and play more Palia, it's probably going to be mostly for plushies. My only problem, and I like the game, my only problem with it is it's just so grindy for me and I get bored. Yeah, but the other problem I have there is because of my work schedule, it's really hard for me to find time to do stuff with people. And when I can, oftentimes I just want to do other things. Pause for a couple bites of my food. There we go. Sorry, I keep stopping to eat. Because, I mean, that's how behind I was. I finished making dinner, and while I was making dinner, I was setting up my stream for crafting because I had to switch some stuff around. Like my camera and my microphone. Living on a paper. So, Crystal, how's your son doing? How'd the surgery go? Well, that's good. At least he's eating, because that's just going to help him heal. So, do they think the surgery is going to help out a lot? Still having issues talking, and he had his wound open a little bit. Oh, well, that's never fun. Watching that some discharge, make sure nothing's going to go wrong. I won't know for months if it's going to help. Oh, well, here's hoping. I'll keep my fingers crossed. I would hate to have had him gone through all that surgery only for it not to have done anything. "50-50 put in for disability, so they requested more info versus denying him, so pretty sure he's going to get it." That's good. I'll keep my fingers crossed for that too. He's not happy not working. Understandable. Yeah, but it'll take time. No worries, Crystal. Take your time. How could I dance with another when I saw her standing there? She wouldn't dance with another when I saw her standing there. My heart went boom when I crossed that room. Welcome back, Crystal. My pink pen is not cooperating. I mean, it's just stripes. The pride flags are not difficult to draw. There's some other things that I did once that I'm like, I don't know if I can ever make this again. But no, I got all the stuff that I need to do dream catchers. So, like I said, I do want to make one off stream to remind myself how to make them. But then I do intend on making some of them on stream. Yeah, whenever it's been a few years since I've made something, I always like taking the time to try to remake it. I bought new ones, and I found really cheap on Amazon a big multicolored pack of the flat leather cording to wrap around the hoops. And I bought a pack of small hoops, and I bought a huge pack of embroidery floss, which is also what I use to make the tassels when I make regular bookmarks. So it was definitely worth the price, especially if I wind up using some of them for that, as well as the insides of my dream catchers when I do those. You make everything crocheted, Crystal. And I still love the dragon. You know, the dragon you made me sits on my printer. See? He's right here. He keeps me company at my computer. Pacifier holders? Well, you made him. I hope that you know what he looks like. The camera's a little close for me to do him as like my dragon of the day or anything like that. So with crocheted dream catchers, do you just is it the netting on the inside that's crocheted, or do you do a like a cover around the hoop, or crochet is on my list of things to learn how to do. I know it's not difficult. I just always wind up with other things on my list first. Okay. Yeah, depending on what it is, it can be pretty pricey to do stuff. The tassels are crochet with beads and feathers. That's cool. I don't have any of the dream catchers that I made, but I made them for Christmas one year. But that was like 4 or 5 years ago, so that's why I need some time to remake them at some point. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Dead or alive, boy, right on my side, I want it. Yeah, no, I get it. If you were doing multiples, it's a lot more cost efficient to do stuff. It's one of the reasons that I like these magnetic bookmarks because they are exceptionally cheap for me to make. One of these days, I'm going to get enough of them together that Shaggy's going to sell them for me because I'm going to send them to her. Because she's got a couple of local fairs and I just don't have the time. 20, 30 and special supplies, no way I can cost out just one. Yeah, no, I understand entirely. The only reason I bought all the stuff for the dream catchers is because I was planning on making a bunch of them. That's the only way it works out cost effectiveness. Trying to get one of my daughters to show along to my grandkids at crochet and draw, but no one's giving you a solid yes. I'm sorry, Crystal. I'll be honest with you. If you and I lived closer, I would happily work with you. Yeah, distances are a bit of a bitch, aren't they? Just like my Bible, bled rats through the streets, like a meadow, to the symphony. Crystal, one of these days you and I will meet in real life. I'll take like a weekend or something at some point and come visit you. And ghost hunting will happen. We can certainly try. But you know, Crystal, I've never even been to a haunted house, much less ghost hunting in real life. A lot of us sitting around with nothing happening like the last time we went. I mean, that makes sense because I don't expect it to be like Faz where all of a sudden all the bulbs pop and you start hearing things every 5 seconds. 2.5 hours each way for 8 hours of not much. I don't know, Crystal. If you're sitting around for 8 hours not doing much ghost hunting, I think I would be more inclined to bring a book and just get sucked into the story, and then I'd totally forget that I was even there to go and do any ghost hunting. If you do that, you might miss something even more subtle. Yeah. Um, but I'm not good with just like sitting and watching for things. Because I always bring a book with me, no matter where I go. And like my mom used to take me fishing, and my mom would wind up watching both fishing poles because I'd just get bored and I would just sit there reading. And I feel like it would be a similar sort of thing for real life ghost hunting. So I would need to be kept occupied and entertained. All right, I suppose if I'm moving around, that's at least better. The issue with fishing was just the sitting around that was the problem. And you mentioned sitting around, and it made me think of that. It was very sad. Nothing much went on. However, should be moving, going to new. Oh, okay. What's this new place? Is it like a what was it before, a hospital? Hi, Quantum Faye. How are you? Welcome in. The crafts are good. Working on pride flag magnetic bookmarks right now. Started with trans because my nephew is trans. We'll probably do ace next. How has your day been? Did you stream at all today? I was at work most of the day, so I missed a lot. Oh no! How'd you pull your shoulders? I've thought about getting chickens, but the startup cost of it is a lot more than I have available right now. Plus, I'm at work all the time. Was the door stuck? I mean, I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm the person who threw out my back at work. Right in time for Thanksgiving. First six for $50 and built their coop out of pallets. I'm open to it. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at the whole building aspect. Besides, I can't. I built myself some garden beds, and I can't even get the extra dirt that I need to fill them so that I can even plant shit. So yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Ever since I threw out my back, I have been listening to my lower back pop and creak every time I move anymore. And it rather hurts today too, but most of that is because I spent a good hour and a half in the freezer at work, ripping everything out and then going in with a hammer to break apart all of the ice that was all over the floor after they finally fixed our leaky freezer. And it had been leaking for 3 months before they finally figured out what was wrong with it and got it fully fixed. So that was 3 months worth of ice that had built up all over the floor. So I pulled a good, what, 7 to 10 pounds of ice out of that freezer. I was just in there smashing away with a hammer. Probably shouldn't have done that because my back is screaming at me now because of it. Quantum, have you seen any of my bookmarks before? I think I posted them in the Toasty chat Discord. Well, my process is just sort of whatever pops into my head is what I make. And I always make at least one row of the same thing. And it might not always be the same thing. Sometimes they're different colors, like the backgrounds of the mushrooms, or the caps of the mushrooms were, or the music notes, or any of those. And I try to make as full of a row as I can. And anymore, I'm trying to do all rounds just because they're easier to cut out. But I have done some other ones that are not round. So, I mean, I can do other ones. I just don't usually like to anymore. The round ones are just easier. And thank you. I have some Hello Kitty ones too. Okay, where's Hello Kitty? I just saw her. The Hello Kitty ones all look the same except they have different colored bows. All right. Oh, before I do that. Also, the thing that determines what size my bookmarks is going to be depends on which size cap I want to use to trace. Powerade or a tea bottle. So these just go with me in my little baggie, so that way I have them to trace when I want to make any. And I have found that I very much like having a very thick black border, so that way when I cut, I have a lot of wiggle room. So that means that my circle here does not have to be perfect by any means, which is good because I sometimes have a lot of trouble following that trace line. And then it gets a tab that gets folded over. I need this one to be wider. And then just make it easier by using a fatter marker. And once I have a full sheet done, I laminate them because I have some lamination paper that is just sticky, so that I can cover both sides and not have to worry about running it through a machine or anything, so it's cheap. And then after they're laminated, I cut them all out, and then I fold them over, and then they get a little sticky magnet piece on the back, so that way they become a magnetic bookmark. And that's why I do multiples of the same thing. Though, like I said, usually I try to do different colors, but with pride flags, it's hard to do different colors if you're doing all the same pride flag. Yeah, when I first made these, I made these for Christmas last year. And I wasted so much paper. I was just taking scraps. I was cutting out one, and then I'd cut out another one, and then I'd cut another one, and then I might have a scrap big enough I could do something with, so I'd try to do something in there. And it was a pain in the butt because then I was also having to try to cut all of the lamination paper a certain way. And it was just, it was rough. It was sticking to everything. I was struggling getting it all on, and it's so much easier if I just do it all in one sheet. And then this way, If I'm using the uh, big rounds like these ones, I can get 12 on either side, and I can usually get about 3 in the middle. And if I use the smaller round, I can get 8 on each side and anywhere between 4 and 6 in the middle, depending on how I place them. Maybe 7. And the lamination paper, I have enough for like 20 sheets. And I think the paper, the pack that I bought, because it came with like 40 sheets, but that's enough for front and back of 20. And I think I bought that for like less than 20 bucks. And the pack of the magnetics, which is just, it's just regular magnetic sheets with a sticky back that you peel off, meant for like putting photos onto the back, so that way you have the entire photo turned into, so this is basically a 3x5 photo size. And a pack of these, which I think had 14 sheets in it, was, or maybe 20 sheets, and it was like 14 bucks. So not expensive at all. I didn't pay for the paper. It was a birthday gift for me from my nephew. And my gel pens, pack of 60 gel pens. And these are nice gel pens. And as you can tell by the level of ink in some of them, I've used some of them a lot. Five Below for $5. So it's literally like costing me pennies to make these. Just the time it takes. This one, the white one, is a paint marker. Because the white gel pen does not like the pastel colored paper and it doesn't show up. But I prefer the pastel colored paper because it's easier to draw on with the lighter colors like this. Sometimes when it's on the darker papers, it doesn't. And I'm still going to try because I have some darker colors to work with. And then I got a purple and a green. But I realized I was having issues with the white gel pen, so I bought a pack of white paint markers. So the only one that is a paint marker is the white. Everything else is the gel pen. And I really like the sparkly gel pens, which is why most of those are gone. I already have a second pack of gel pens ready to go for when I run out of ink. I also really like the metallics. I started using those a lot. But I figured for the pride flags, I should stick to the traditional colors. At least for this one, because this is the only one that I don't think any of the metallics or sparkly would really work very well because the trans flag is such a pastel color to begin with. And the metallics and the sparklies are very vibrant. They do not have a lot in terms of light colors for them. Oops. And sometimes if, for example, I need to use black, like a lot of black on a bookmark, I'll just use the permanent markers. Like the background of Hello Kitty, all of that black around her, that's all permanent marker. Same thing with the mushrooms. That's all permanent marker. Oh, the dancing queen. Also, on my crafting streams, I tend, for the most part, to listen to classic rock, and you also get a little bit of karaoke along with it. I think I sing the most with Def Leppard and Queen. Okay. Next side. Put those away. And then let's go the metallic route, I guess. Purple, black. That's going to be kind of silvery instead of gray, but... And then the white. Did I put my drink? There it is. Ads are going to start in about a minute. I appreciate everybody sticking through them. They do help in the long run. Okay. How purple is this? Oh, that should work. Yeah, whenever I do my magnetic bookmarks, either I have already started some or I start at the beginning like I did with this one. But I always try to complete at least one sheet while I'm on stream. Sometimes I also make traditional bookmarks too, complete with the tassels. Um, well, the big ones are harder. I can usually fit between like 14 or 15 on a sheet if I'm using the larger round like these are. When I'm using the smaller round, it's been uh, between 20 and 23 on a sheet because I use the middle section as well. And when I'm doing these, I literally just split the I split the sheet into 10. I basically divide it in half long ways like this, and then I get 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. And I make the tassels and everything by hand. Just use a bunch of embroidery thread and make the tassels. That's why they look a little janky. Last time I was making these, chat definitely had a theme going on that they were suggesting. I know it's a little blurry, so I do apologize for that. I do too. I'm also a perfectionist, so then it really annoys me when I don't have it absolutely perfect. And sometimes I'll add beads to the tassels like I did with this one. And then these ones are going to wind up being part of like a set. And I'm going to do a 3 and a 2 chili pepper spicy rating as well. Though I may have gone a little overboard with how long I made the tassels. But it is what it is. So I make these on occasion. I don't make these as much because I hate making the tassels. These are just easier to do. And I don't have to fight my own clumsy fingers trying to make the tassels. And it just works out better. And sometimes I'll do like one design all the way across. Sometimes I'll do each one individually. It just depends on what I'm feeling. I decided to do the trans flags in stages the way I did, where I did each one before moving to the next for the most part because I was having issues with my pink gel pen. It didn't want to work, so I didn't want to keep forcing it because I knew that would just make me frustrated. But my friend Shaggy told me about the gel pens at Five Below, and I absolutely love her for it because I love how these, most of the time, save for my pink pen apparently, I love how they work. I love how well they fill in. I love how easy they are to draw and decorate with. You know, this is giving me an idea for another bookmark. I just don't know how well I would be able to do it with gel pens. But maybe I'll have to try it at some point. Because this bottom purple part is making me think of like water. Very, very dark water. And I kind of want to put like a sun and try to do like a sunset. I would have to do the water part a little differently than what I'm doing with it being all purple because I would want to put other colors reflecting in it. But I feel like that's doable. A little further down. I'm going to be honest, I am surprised I have these lines as straight as I do. I'm normally not very good at doing the straight lines. Well, thank you, Crystal. You know I like my classic rock. Crystal, I feel you. I do. This wasn't exactly the music of my youth. I grew up listening to my dad listen to it and fell in love with it because of that, because it was what I heard through all of my formative years. But it's sad because I work with a bunch of college kids. And classic rock comes on the radio, and I am super happy. And they're all just like, what song is this? And I want to smack them. Come on. The silver is giving me a little bit of fits right now. Yeah, yeah. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Honestly, making these bookmarks, whatever ones I do, is usually really relaxing. Because I can just sort of veg and color. But for some reason, I don't have patience to do like the coloring books. Those just I can't do them. Don't know why. But these I have no problem with. fished up a shark plushie. Oh, in Palia. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I didn't realize you could get the plushies while fishing. You're my best friend. Who you make me live. Best friend. Fishing, hunting, I've gotten ladybug plushie, not sure when it was in my bag. Maybe during bug hunting would be my assumption, because if they're giving them to you for hunting and fishing, it would make sense that you would get them for bug hunting too. Two free light up cupcakes? What are light up cupcakes? Oh, a little plushie. Gotcha. Everybody's working for the weekend. There's a part of me that thinks I should get thicker white paint markers. And then there's a part of me that goes, no, because everything else you do is with gel pens, and that's not thicker either. There we go. Meh, that one's just gonna have to stay kind of scratchy looking. Living on this lonely world. It's a midnight train going anywhere. There's a smutty boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. In the night, the lights wake up. Where in the night? Hmm. And I guess I can still do the black outline for this because it is a different sort of shade of black. Oh, almost forgot. How far are my tabs going? Ooh, this is going to be tight. Hi, Kari. Thank you for the lurk. What am I doing? Okay. What one should I do now? Sugar on me. Oh, in the name of love, pour some sugar on me. Let me up. Sugar on me. Come in enough. I'm hot, sticky sweet. From my head to my feet, yeah. Let's do the base. Red. Orange. Light green, light gold. I guess that could be... We'll just have to do like a gold, I guess. And up. Looking at my door, I'm taking that to get me sweet. Hopefully these work. Make a bottle, take it up. Like the bottle, make it up. In the name of love. Enough. Sick and sweet from my head to my feet, yeah. You got the peaches, I got the cream, sweet to taste, saccharine, blood, looking sweet, my head to my feet. Do you take sugar? One lump or two? Bottle, take it up. Pour some sugar on me. Pour some sugar on me. Keep on turning. I hope this looks okay with these metallic colors. May put this a little close to that one side, but we'll make it work. Come on. There we go. When I saw so blue. I'm relatively happy with how that one turned out. So let's do it 2 more times. Actually, do the purple. Sticks. Yes, they are gel pens. Everything I have done with all of the magnetic bookmarks and regular bookmarks are all gel pens except for the white. The white is a paint marker because the white gel pen does not like the lighter colored paper and doesn't want to show up. And then, of course, permanent marker for my big backgrounds and tabs. I got a whole 60 pack of them. Metallics, glitters, pastels, rainbows, and neons for $5 at Five Below. Shaggy actually told me they were there, and I'm very happy because I love how these color. But yeah, your Cthulhu magnetic bookmark that I sent you, 100% 100% made with permanent marker and gel pens. I know, I love them. I love how they draw. Makes this so much easier. How are you doing today, Sticks? Have you recovered from your trip finally? Also, I do apologize, but ads are going to start in about 1 minute. And I do appreciate you hanging around with it. You survived the first day of school? Well, that's good. I decided I should do some pride flags. So I think I'm going to wind up doing about 2 sheets of them. Another 3 of these. And then probably the pan flag and maybe the newer pride flag that's got the weird triangle on the side. And these are easy to push through because I don't have to sit here and figure out like intricate designs. They're just stripes. God damn it, Ryan. You did not have to raid me, but thank you. Hi, raiders. Hello, Ryan's chat. Most of you, I'm sure, already know who I am, but for those of you who don't, I am Callie. I play video games, horror games, and when I really can't do anything else and just need to relax, I craft. And we are working on making some magnetic bookmarks right now, all based on pride flags. How was your stream, Ryan? And how is the pain in your abdomen, your pulled muscle? Has it worked itself out yet? See who all came in. Hi, welcome back, Quantum. Hi, Valkyrie. Hi, Brian. Unfortunately, you came in right in. Hi, Kiki. Right into ads, but I'm fairly certain everybody already knows Ryan. But for anyone who does not, please, 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 please go follow this absolutely awesome human being. Oh, thank you for doing the shout out. The crafting is going well. I'm doing pride flags. So, done some trans ones. Done some ace ones. I've got one of the all pride working on finishing the other two. Oh my God, so much going on. Well, I'm glad that standing allowed it to kind of stretch out a little bit, Ryan. But and Shaggy has the dragon of the day. Okay, hold on. This I actually have one right here. Hold on. This is my dragon of the day today. I got him in Hocking Hills. So he stands, but yeah, that's my dragon of the day today. Yes, no, by all means, Ryan, and anybody else who came in with Ryan, if you need to go eat, take meds, get up, walk around, go to sleep, go to the bathroom, whatever, please, please, please do that. It is far more important than watching me color stripes on a piece of paper. Thank you for the follow, Brian. I appreciate it. No pastel, no non-binary yet. I don't know how many I'm going to do. Probably going to do one more page, which I'm fairly certain I'm going to put at least the pan flag on. And do a few more of these ones. And I'm thinking the newer one that's got the triangle in the side. Okay, hold on. I just missed a few things. Crystal, yeah, he has an adjustable desk that he can lift up to stand. Brian, what do you craft? I think crafting streams can be really fun and just super chill. Which is kind of why after the day I had today, I decided that crafting was going to be the way to go. The most intense coloring of stripes ever. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like doing the video games on stream, but sometimes I worry that I get a little too focused on the game and I wind up ignoring anybody who's in here. And it's a lot easier for me to talk and hold a conversation with the crafting streams. Plus, as a whole, they generally seem to be pretty positive and popular. Diamond painting is a craft, Pastel. Yeah, Crystal, we know you don't do well with paying attention to chat while you're playing a game. And yeah, Quantum, I like how cozy the vibes can be. However cozy coloring and listening to classic rock is at the same time. Because I don't know that classic rock necessarily is cozy. Yes, exactly, Sticks. Anything that you are sitting there doing, Shaggy does diamond art on stream, or she did when she was doing presents for her kids last Christmas. Looked like they wouldn't call it crafts when I brought some of my old stuff. Craft trading thing. Of course it's crafts, Pastel. Anything you make, even if it is like a paint by number or something like that, is still a craft. It might not necessarily be as handmade as other crafts, but you still took the time to make it. Exactly, Sticks. Those people are wrong. Who says knitting to metal isn't cozy? This is true. This is true. And actually, I don't listen to a lot of classic rock like when I'm driving to and from work because I've been listening to podcasts. So the only time I really listen to classic rock is when I'm at my computer and when I'm crafting. Oh, by all means, Pastel, do your diamond art and don't let anyone tell you that it's not a craft. I'm almost done with this sheet, and then I get to laminate and magnetize and cut out. I'm so glad I don't have to be perfect on these circles. Yeah, we all know Crystal's the one who's sitting there crocheting to metal music. Crystal, do you know how to knit? Oh, see, I didn't know you knew how to knit. That's awesome. Knitting battle vests. Yeah, Shaggy, you get cold enough as it is, and you're always complaining about your hands and your fingers when you're on your controller. Alright, I need some lamination sheets. Now comes the hardest part of my entire day. The worst part of crafting is getting the backs off of the sticky stuff. It's a lot easier to put the back on than the top. No worries, Pastel. You have a great night, and I hope your appointments tomorrow go well. Well, hell. I didn't put that over far enough. This might be a problem. Well, we're gonna find out. Where did my... Hold on. Where did my thing go? I moved stuff when I cleaned up, and now I don't know what I did with my... There it is. My little scraper thingy. Oh, that's really close at the bottom there of these ones. Oh, yeah, I forgot I was lurking in Ryan's stream. Like, why is it saying I'm a raider? That would be why. All right. Cool. All right, these are the ones that were really close at the bottom with the edge of that lamination. I can't unhear the dog version of this song. I'm going to be honest with you, Sticks. I have no idea what you're talking about. You find it, you send it to me, and I'll listen to it when I'm done with stream. Okay, Crystal. I'll go take a look at it when I'm done. It's short, it's just the song, and it features a pug. Okay. I have no issues with that. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Live in a room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find me here. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She got a Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. Then they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain. Please bring me my wine, he said. We haven't got that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. And a nice surprise when your alibis, mirrors on the ceiling, and pink champagne on ice. And she said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the nightman, we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Didn't I see you crying? Oh, didn't I see you dying? I used to be really particular about trying to make the magnets like exactly the same size and all of that. I don't care anymore. Just so long as they magnetize together. Let's just get all these bent first. No, a little higher. All right. Now just the magnetizing. And you just get 2 pieces of magnets and magnetize them together. And I take the strip off of one end and put it on the tab side. That way I can make sure that it's going to hit even on the other side just by closing it. Have a good night, Sticks. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Okay, that's not wanting to magnetize very well. What's going on here? No! That's the direction it wants to go. Ooh, that slid. I have the worst time trying to get the backing off of the sticky sometimes. I do wind up with quite the pile of trash when I'm done with all of this, though. Hey, hey, mercy, mother, days are long and no one listens. Need help, I'm falling again. Play the drum a little bit louder. Tell me I can live without her. If I only listen to the band. Listen to the band. All right. And that is all of those. So, got some pride flag magnetic bookmarks. And I'll probably do another sheet, like I said, get 3 more of these and do 6 of the new one and I don't know, probably pan? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe non binary. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's see. It has been nearly 3 hours that I've been doing this. So, clean up my mess real quick here. Because these little scraps are getting everywhere. Time does fly when you're crafting. But like I said, a lot of times I use a crafting for a way to unwind. So that's okay that time flies when you're crafting. Now, if only time flew at work the way it does when you're crafting, that would be helpful. Let's see, who is on right now? We are going to go ahead and do a quick raid with someone. Let me see who's on. And before I forget, if anyone is interested, well, if I could type. If anyone is interested, I do have a Discord. It does have a lot of lists of free games in there and all of that. You can see when I'm coming on. You can see how much any of my crafts are when I sell them. All of that fun stuff. Feel free to join in. All of my VODs do go on YouTube, and I haven't gotten anything on TikTok in a while, but I'm trying. I really am. I'll get there eventually. Let's see, who should we raid? Um, Potato is on. Potato is playing Silent Hill 2. So let's go say hi to Potato. Anyone who would like to follow along. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm actually typing properly since I can't seem to type tonight. Anyone who would like to follow along would be fantastic. As some of you know, I am one of the Discord mods for the Toasty Terrors stream team, and Potato is a part of that team, as is Ryan. And Potato has also recently gotten partner within the last month, I think. So why don't we go say hi to Potato, and I appreciate all of you hanging along with me. So I will see you all next time. Sorry, I don't type and talk at the same time very well. But I'll see y'all next time, and I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. So have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.